Hey, what YouTube is casual football. So I watched Michael Jordan highlights. I watched Larry Bird highlights. You know, I live, so I know how LeBron plays. I don't need to watch his highlights. Probably watching his highlights, I'll probably see how crazy they are, and even think LeBron's go. And it's really hard to talk about the GOAT debate because if you look at rings, you can look at Bill Russell. But then if you think about Bill Russell, you have to think about Will Chamberlain. And then if you look at Larry Bird, you have to look at Magic Johnson. But then the second MJ came in the league, he was the best player in the league. So that debunks those two. And then if you look at Kobe, I feel like Kobe gets heavily disrespected because he's one of the only people that are really high up that gets compared all the time. Because Kobe's somewhat like the second coming of MJ. And then, you know, even when he was playing, he was getting compared a lot to Tim Duncan, which is respectable. Like Tim Duncan and MJ are very, very good players. So it does undermine Kobe's career in a sense. And then you look at LeBron, and LeBron's LeBron, and then you can look at it skill-wise, and you can look at, okay, Larry Bird, Hakeem, Kevin Durant are some of the most skilled players that we've ever seen. Magic Johnson was extremely skilled too. To be honest, and the simplest way I'm gonna explain the GOAT debate is, it's opinion, man. Because I'm a James Harden fan, so I hate Steph Curry. I hate Steph Curry, and I didn't mind what Steph Curry has done for the game of basketball. And I will down on this hill. Steph Curry is the most influential basketball player there is. If there was no Steph Curry, people would not be shooting threes like this. The next generation of basketball is shooting threes because of Steph Curry. Big men are shooting. Every single NBA player is requirement to shoot threes because it's just how the game is advancing. And even speaking on the GOAT debate, you can't really compare eras because the game evolves. It's really been stressing me out. And and you guys are like, why am I so stressed about like basketball and like the GOAT debate? It's like, because it's opinion, man. No matter how you look at it, like you can look at like accolades and rings and like scoring titles, defensive player of the year, all NBA, DPOY All Stars, and it's like, what consensus overall do you put somebody ahead of somebody? In your eyes, why would you say Jordan is better than LeBron? And then someone would argue it, and there is equal argument. You could look at ring, and because you guys talk about the rings and talk about Jordan's mentality, but Kobe had that mentality. Larry Bird also had the mentality, and Larry Bird and Kobe had rings. Okay, but you talk about this 6 for 6 in the finals, okay? Well, then LeBron went to like 8 finals in a row, bro. And at the end of the day, you have to give credit to the team too. In the current day NBA, Steve Kerr might not be that good, and Scottie Pippen might not be that good. But at the time, Michael Jordan had 2 top 5 defenders in the league. Michael Jordan had Dennis Rodman, and he had Scottie Pippen. This by no means is me undermining Michael Jordan's success and greatness, but it's just like, they had good teams, and even when LeBron was on the Heat, he had D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and he had good role players. He had Miller, he had Ray Allen, he had good shooters, man. Like, at the end of the day, look at Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson had nobody. That's why he didn't win, because he had nobody. He had no rings because he had no one. And you look at, you know, I want Tracy McGrady. Don't even want to talk about Tracy McGrady, bro. But like Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq was really dominant. But you look at Shaq as like, okay, he was just a big boy. He couldn't shoot free throws, but he had really good post moves. He was an above average passer, and he pushed the pace. He was a lot faster than a lot of other players. And then you look at the highlights, but like, I swear to God, Kevin Durant has the best highlights we've ever seen. I swear to God. If you look at highlights, you could think Blake Griffin's way better than he is. And Dwight Howard too. But Dwight Howard's good too. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. In my opinion, LeBron is still my GOAT. But that's my opinion at the end of the day. And your opinion is yours, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.